Hey, before we get into the game, there's just a few things I want to go over, just for future reference and even now. So, one, just a general overview of what is this is an in-house server. We're gonna try and play every night if possible. Games will be casted and recorded, just like the one you're about to see if I'm available. If not, they can still run and MMR will still be given. The general overview and structure of the in-houses are going to be just like ranked. You play, you either gain or lose MMR. At the end of the month, the top 3 players will receive cash prizes, and here's the breakdown for reference. Now, the only thing that I will say going into this, and just for future reference, I'm going to try and start making a little bit more content. So things like audio, maybe layout, any tips or advice or feedback that anyone may have, I'm open to all of it, especially audio. I'm really working on audio, especially with like the maybe Discord, maybe the game sound maybe a little too low, maybe my mic isn't loud enough. There's a bunch of things, and it's just a work in progress. But I did want to get this video out because this is a really good game. I had a lot of fun casting it, and overall, great players, great game. I think it'll be really fun to watch as well. But nonetheless, here's the game. Alrighty, I think this is the last game of the night. Really good session today. Looks like we'll end it off on a banger. Team-wise, I believe Moon, or maybe it was Bias and Cuba? I'm not sure who the captains were, but player-wise, I think I really like this. No clue, Blade is Blisses. But I think I like Order side a little bit more. It's just more familiar names that I know. Looks like Blade is Bliss is actually giving Aura Trickster the work of this game. But comp-wise, looks like Little Cube was about to run back the Tsukiyomi jungle against Moon's Mulan jungle. So that is going to be really interesting. Looks like the mid 2v2 is going in the way of Order's favor. Mulan doing a lot of damage. Tsukiyomi still has his kit though. Big follow from Blight. It looked like Mythos has his kit back up. Sikkim does miss. Unfortunately, I know Moon is 3, so he has a pull here, Blink Rune pull, that does pull the Purification Beads. I think they need to turn the damage onto Tsukiyomi, and unfortunately, that is not what they do. And Blighted will fall, possibly? Cooldowns? Good slow. Way to pop it late, too. You see the one, and boom, yep, he's gone. Double kill for Little Cuba. He's already back on the way to absolutely dominating this game, just like last game, having a repeat. Over in the dueling, we did miss Bias did die, yes, I believe so. We saw this dual lane, I think, before. I don't know if they was these exact odds, but I think we saw these two play together. Bias performed very well on the Danzaburo. We saw Void played very well on the Horus last game, but it looks like they kind of learned their lesson. Wow, the fact that that worked is kind of insane to me. I think Combator X should be able to clean up Void Pain. No, he will not because he's Aspect RDO. That is very unfortunate. But like I was saying, it looks like they learned. We have 2 sets of beads coming on the other team. Knows Moon is nearby, so he engages on Combat here. Gets the heal off before he's able to get that cripple field out. And Combat trying his absolute best to poke him out, but he will eventually stay alive. Very well done there from Combat, being able to juke and maneuver his way around. I think the pull from Moon was a little impulsive there. I think he could have held it a little longer, maybe chain their CCs together better, and it probably would have worked out for them. Blade just putting impact on the map. I mean, I don't hate it. The Thor ult in mid, trying to bring the pressure that he has in this solo lane to the mid lane. Not bad at all, especially on this Thor pick. That is kind of what you want to see, right? Over in the solo lane, though, Little Cuba helping him out. He knows his ult is forced down. Maybe give him a little bit more leeway in even playing this blue buff. Moon not aware that Little Cuba is doing there. Blue is on the red. Mythos Workshop doing big damage to Blighted Path. Looking good. Oh my god, the ultimate almost hit him. Good root from Mythos there. Very well played. He will get out with his life, and they're still going to play this red. I mean, power to you, right? You're 2 levels up on this guy. Moon still doesn't have ultimate. He's looking breedable in this jungle, especially with this Mulan skin. So I don't hate the aggressive plays coming out of Mythos and Little Cuba there. Sundering Arc does land for Aura Trickster. There's the grab, the follow-up. I know the 1 is going to be up before the 2, but the stun from Blade is beautiful, but there's the ultimate. I do not think he'll catch up, though, unfortunately, even with the movement speed from the 2, though. Very nice try from Aura Trickster there. Alright, small little hiccup there from the recording side of things. Things we missed. First of all, things we don't miss. Great kill over in the dual lane. Neck and neck ADCs there. I do think this Nami dash probably could have been a little better, but nonetheless, very well played by both those guys. We did miss Lil Cuba getting shut down. He was 5-0, now he is 5-1. Or Trickster in a little bit of trouble. I don't know what that Dwarving plate's going to do for him, and you're not base Ganesh, so you have to play a little safe here. Looks like Moon will actually come to his Moon. Oh, Moon! Moon! The hammer, the wall, everything absolutely chalked by that Thor. He messed up everything, and Moon will capitalize off that. But that is exactly what you want to see, right? The game was looking abysmal. Now we got a shutdown. We're getting a few picks. Things are looking up again. Blighted Path even getting comfortable enough to dash on the mid laner that is 3 levels above him. But I digress. That is kind of where the gap is right now, actually. Despite this Nuwa only being 2-0, those 6 assists and the impact that she has had on the map has led her to this 3-level lead. She's farming very well. She's just playing the map even better. Like, it's just overall great gameplay and great micro from this Nuwa. Nuwa ult coming out again. Some call it damage farming, some call it map vision, and others call it, I don't know. But nonetheless, what I can say is Void Pain X is a very ambitious player, and ambitious he will be. Stun does come out from RDO. Beautiful pull. I think it does hit, actually. But unfortunately, it kind of doesn't matter because Blighted Path does 0 damage. 3-man Sikkim pulls the beads from combat, but unfortunately, no follow-up due to cooldowns. And that fight will just actually landslide in the way of Chaos Team. And it's translating into a Queen Naga. So this looks a little dangerous. Moon stepping up, Little Cuba getting amazing poke. Unfortunately, the pull does miss. They don't know Thor's in the air. They have to be very safe here. Blighted Path with a great dash. Looking over here, who is that? Oh, that's by... He wants one thing and one thing only, and that's Mythos Workshop, and he cannot have it. Get your hands out of the cookie jar, little man. You cannot kill Mythos. Aura Trickster able to do big damage onto both frontline here, and they actually both will die. Little Cuba maybe a little late to the fight. Aegis of Acceleration does come out. Do we have any cooldowns? There's the stun, there's the pull, there's the knock-up, and there's the follow-up. Little Cuba will fall yet again. Aura Trickster dashing in the shutdown onto who's? Davey? Or did he shut down Danza? Someone got shut down, and it's not good for either team. Aegis Acceleration coming out from Blighted Path. Moon looking very low. Scylla ult absolutely owned that Nuwa, but he's able to get out here, thankfully. Watch out for the stun! Oh my... Play safe, play safe, play safe. Very well done from Blighted Path, and this might actually translate to a kill. Boom! You don't need to think, because Danza ult will just hit the guy, even if you're not looking at it. Amazing shutdown from Bias. Great play. Good way to teleport in, land that ultimate, and just, you know, clean up that fight. On top of that, they win the Moonlight, or they win the Ritual. Just all in all, beautiful. I mean, look, they were down, what, 6-7k? Now they're only down about 2k. So, very well done from Order. At this point in time, you just kind of have to play neutral, keep your farm up, maybe look for another pick. You know that they used a lot of buttons that fight. Nuwa has no beads, Tsukiyomi has no sanctuary. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of windows that can be taken here. The main thing is, you just want to make sure you don't take the wrong one. One thing I will say is I am absolutely loving this Izanami build. I think pretty sure Moon knows he just dashed. Blink Rune comes out, there's the pull, there's the 2 good silence from Davey, and that damage will hurt, and that shield will feel good. There's the body block from Combat. Very well done, but Void Pain might be able to clean up Davey here. There's a new Wa ult to get a good damage onto Bias, but unfortunately it's just Combat and no one else. No one can help this guy out. I think you just have to walk out here if you're a Combat Erect, but he will not. He is going to run down Bias. He will avenge his ADC no matter what. Stampede and Beads comes out. Combat is looking real healthy. He actually bought enough time for Little Cuba, but Little Cuba doesn't know where he is. Oh! He had to have seen him. He did. Very good job from Little Cuba there, tracking the Danzaburo. Combat trying to slow him. He's missing every tick of Tsukiyomi, but it doesn't matter because Mythos Fog will actually kill him. And I don't even think he meant to. But either way, that kill will go his way. There's the Cripple Field onto the Horus. We know it's that Horus's Kryptonite. Boom! Big ult from Bladed Path onto Little Cuba. Very well done. Overall, just great fight from Order side. I think it was even trades all around, but if we look at it now, hey, we have our solo laner on the way and Gold Fury is up. This is what we want to see. Davey getting pulled, Beats is forced, and his dash. This is not looking the prettiest. Void Pain dashes onto him. Beautiful wall coming out from Blade there, but guess what? It's Horus. If he's not crippled, he can just dash away from his team. So Void Pain ending up being safe there. So far, this solo rotation from the Thor doesn't look like there's much fruit to it. I mean, sure, he's going to hit this T1, but really serve him much purpose? I mean, he doesn't have ultimate here. That's actually kind of scary. He might die. There's the 2, there's the shell. Hammer up soon, but it doesn't matter. Actually, that rotation hurt that Thor more than it benefited him. He didn't even get the tier 1. The tier 1 didn't even fall, and now Aura Trickster is feeling nice and cozy over here in the solo lane. He will actually lose his tier 1 and a wave or two due to that. And that's what I mean. It's just those small plays, right? You died, but I guess maybe your team gets Pyromancer? Yeah, I mean, there's no way Moon's going to contest this. But I think overall, like, there's just plenty of other plays that could be made. And at the end of the day, it boils down to being on the same page, right? Speaking of same page, look at this trio in the dual lane right now. Good ult by Combat, I was going to say. There comes the root, no silence from Ganesh, and he will get cleaned up. But hey, you know what that means? A gold pull, but there's an FG pull. Oh my god, who is shot calling on this Chaos team? They're doing an absolute fantastic job. Void Pain, though, he smells something. His spidey senses are tingling, and they're tingling rightfully so. He is now on this Gold Fury, 1 HP! Oh my god, he almost stole that Gold Fury. But fortunately for Chaos, he will not. They are looking to engage here, even though they just got gold. I don't know about this, guys. I will say I do not know about this. Let's play a little safer. Okay, there we go. The insta Horus ult out. Maybe something looked good for them. Maybe they saw something, but that was a little scary. Horus especially having no mana whatsoever after using that ultimate ability. But like I said, props to whoever made that call. That is the macro that you need to win these games, because beautiful play. I don't know if they knew they were on Gold Fury or what, but just like that kind of split-second decision, hey, we got the soul laner, we see 2 on gold, let's pull right now. And the trust from your team, more importantly, to follow you on that call is what really seals the deal. Because it translates into things like this. Bias wrapping around the Gold Fury, possibly getting something. Oh, actually, ults. Look again, Mythos with Purification Beads, but will he live? Oh my god, he got up. Mythos might be a force to be reckoned with. This guy might be one of our top players by the end of this month. So far, every game just played perfectly. Very well done, patient, smart, and consistent. That is what you want from someone in this mid lane role. Thor ult forced, but the whole team quickly behind. Blade just getting completely owned by the entire Order team. It seems like Blade is kind of their punching bag, right? You know, we lost Fire Giant, we lost Gold Fury, we're getting all of our T2s wiped. Yo, come kill this Thor so we can feel better about ourselves. That's kind of the role that Blade is playing this game. And I mean, hey, he's playing it well, right? It's taking aggro away from the team, and it's translating into things like this. maybe they get a little too gassed up. Maybe Void Pain's like, yo, we just got the Thor, let's go in here. And unfortunately, that is the wrong play to make. But nonetheless, Chaos Team looking very dominant on this siege. Very, very good. I think the only reason why Chaos is winning this game, and I'll say it, is because of their map play. They are playing this map very well. And when I see map play like this, I will glaze it and I will mention it over and over. Because this is what you cannot teach. Well, not necessarily, but this is what is very rare to see, I will say. You need to be disciplined. You need to be concise. You need to be to the point when you are shot calling on your team. And if you are, you will get a map play, a macro team that looks like this. So far, map wiped out, no objectives, not even any passive farm for Order side to farm here because we farmed that as we were pathing up to Pyromancer. That means that we can all funnel down this right lane and walk down to that bird. Now listen, we do not have to push it in. FG's gone in 30 seconds, right? Let's take a look at the gold real fast. I know the net worth is going crazy. Look at this. No one's contesting these guys. They're up 10,000 gold. They wipe this map, they back, and they thrive like they've been thriving. Good dash. Oh! Davey actually falls here. Wait, this actually might not be good. Void Pain engaging. There's the damage. Oh my gosh. Mythos falls. Stun coming out from combat will help with the moon pick. But guys, I was just glazing you. No! That little Cuba too! No, not Cuba! Thor landing in, maybe getting some acceleration out. He still has hammer. Maybe he'll get out. Hammered out. I think he's gonna escape. Oh my. Caster's curse, bro. Oh my goodness. Yo, I was glazing these guys. I would say they have the most immaculate map play. The macros off the chart. This might be the next Smite Pop Prime team to take down Snatty and Sunprod, and they go and make a play like this. Remember that 10k gold lead they had? Well, guess what? It's not 10,000 anymore. Remember that morale lead they had going into the FG fight? Well, guess what? They don't have it anymore. These are the tide-turning moments that you live for in this game. You can never count out anyone. Everyone can bleed in this game. Everyone is vulnerable. So, in a game like this, you may be like, oh, Order side lost. Look at how well. Because they did play well. Look at how well Chaos is playing. But in the snap of a finger, things can go south real fast. It could be the greatest player in the world. The only thing the greatest player in the world does is minimize his risk. But guess what? There's still that 0.1% chance that risk will happen. And that's what we're seeing in mid right now. Mythos will instantly fall due to the Horror Assault. Danzo ult to follow up on the RDO Combat. Combat able to pop beats, be able to stay alive a little bit, but taunted there. We're kind of splitting a little bit here on Order side. But it's okay. Oh, CC onto little Cuba. The Izanami ult, Blighted Path kills him over the wall. Izanami ult, Peel's pulled, and she has no beads. Oh my gosh, this game is crumbling into it's in bits and pieces. This is so terrible. What happened this game, guys? We were looking dominant. We were going to win. And now we're on the back foot. Thor hammered. Moon with great positioning actually forces the Thor ultimate out, so now he doesn't necessarily have it on the siege. They just have to play a little safer here. Thor ult will land the insta pull and insta CC. These guys are moving like prime Oni warriors. Look at the way they are chaining their CCs, channeling everything together. Bias, what are you doing? Bias, what are you doing? Bias is killing. That's what Bias does. And Void Pain will follow him up. Mythos falls. Big Ganesh ult. Still ult to follow. Kills the RDO. Shikiomi ult. Trying to alleviate a little bit of pressure. Gets 2 aggressive accelerations. They are all really low. They have to leave here. Everyone respawning for Chaos side. And they're all out. Everyone from Order side gets out. What? Oh my God. Void. Void Pain. No. Don't do it to him. Have mercy. Have mercy on Cuba. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, this game is cinema. This game is cinema. This game is cinema, man. You know what the worst part is? Imagine a timeline where Order now sells and they're behind and they lose this game. Just imagine that. Because, bro, look at the gold, man. Chaos was 10k up. 10k. This is the caster's curse if I've ever seen it. The amount of glaze I was giving these guys is just insane. Just for them to throw it all away in an instant. And look at this FG pull. I mean, Izanami's in left lane. And they're just getting this right now. The only person in position is Blade, and Moon is all over this guy. I think Chaos is calling to leave it? Why? And this is where morale matters. Wait 1 second though, because this can be the morale changer. Blade looking for a possible steal CC coming out from Void Paint and or a Trickster. But not enough. Guys, why are we chasing? Okay, I don't hate it. Thorwald is forced out, but like our backline's nowhere nearby. Hammer does come out. Stampede, he does have a knock up here. Able to knock him up, followed up by his... Bro, their comp is just beauty. Their comp is just beautiful. No! I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Very, very good try by Moon. That is the correct play. We just have to jump the gun a little sooner there, but very well done from Moon there. I don't hate it. Honestly, like I was saying before FG died, I don't think Chaos had to give it up. They have lost so many fights back to back to back. Their momentum, their mentality made them so defeated they didn't even contest that Fire Giant. We were up 2k gold, but they were down 10k in momentum and mentality. Their mentality is boomed right now. That's why they didn't contest that Fire Giant. But hey, this is when you need someone on your team. You need that IGL. You need that person that gave us that 10k lead to voice, guys, we can win this. This game is not over yet. It's not over. We can still do this. We got here. We can finish it out. We can get back to where we were. Order side, picking up this Gold Fury with a T2 on the map. Now, I will say this. We know that Oni Fury just recently got buffed and now does 50% of a tower. 50% of a structure. So, that is massive. That going on a tier 2, I think is a major waste of this Gold Fury's potential. We are getting it on 2 birds, but like I said, it could have been better, and I don't think there was necessarily a rush to kill the Gold Fury now. But maybe they know something I don't, because Void Pain is currently engaging without their Donza Burrow, but it doesn't matter. Oh, good peel from Combat. Very good Ardio Wall. Thor is in the air, Moon's very low. You just have to get out, Thor. Just get out, reset, get your health back, and be healthy for this fight. There comes the Ganesh ult to zone, but he is eating a little bit more than he could chew. Down's ult to follow up, lands on the Thor, big damage. Tsukiyomi is able to finish off the Ganesha. The second Scylla ult does not hit. Bias dies. Void Pain goes on Davey. Davey does have the dagger, but they're not paying. Davey drops it. No. Okay. Bladed dashes away. Void Pain very low. Will he drop the dagger as well? If they chain CC if they chain their CC here properly, it could go really good for them. There's the root onto Scylla. There's the 2 to follow up from Little Cuba. Very good. This chase is looking great for him. The cripple field matters, and he will drop the dagger there from the Nuwa stun. Very well done from Chaos. Like, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. You need to stay positive because things like this can happen. Aura Trickster got a little too greedy there. They're stepping up into that bird when you have, what, really 2 damage items? You know, your starter doesn't give you, does it give health? It does. You have 2 damage items, right? And we're 33 minutes into a game. You have to give Chaos a little bit more respect than that. He just immediately got blown. Blighted Path, not on that same page, though. Instantly blew up and killed the Mythos Workshop. But that was shut down. That was shut down is all I'll say. He is now dead for 53 seconds, but so is Mythos. Looking like they'll try and kill Combat. Yes! Very good dagger coming out from Combat right there. Little Cupid trying to follow up. They don't know Thor's in the air. Moon's engaging here. The Mulan 3 does give him iframe, so he doesn't get hit by that ult. Bias taking insane damage from Caltrops there, but Aura Trickster keep chasing, keeps wanting more. That's why this guy is so dominant, but unfortunately, not much team to follow up off of. I think we just have to dial it back, guys. Dial it back. We're okay. We're even. You know, we were down. Now we're even. Let's call a win, okay? Let's play this next FG fight. We have tempo. Prio here for this FG pit. We're all here. Let's get wards here, even here too, because we know this Lord likes to play this side of the map, right? So if we do that, this fight can look solid for us. We have Secure over them. We have the Scylla ult. The only concern is if Mythos times this Nuwa ult properly, it makes it really, really dangerous for them. They do have Horus healing, but if they engage properly, let's say we start 5-manning dancing around FG, if we Nuwa ult and we see Horus uses it 3, that might be our initiation. That might be our sign to go in. But who knows? We'll see how Chaos plays this fight. Okay, Order side will be the first to pull here, and everyone on Chaos besides Tsukiyomi and Izanami, so not everyone, is at this FG fight, but I don't think there's a rush per se. You know, they don't have a pure ADC, so that burn is going to be a little slow. The burn is more like a sizzle, is what I'll say on this Gold Free. I like that play by Blade. I really do. You want to hit the guy tanking. You know, that FG does damage. And looks like Tsukiyomi will actually get engaged on by Bladed Path. And unfortunately, good. Oh my god, and what a Sanctuary as well. Bladed actually gets out and he blinks out. And Danza is able to pick off Davy. And chasing down, Mulan ult lands, connects, then he missed the arrow. Moon. Doesn't matter. That's game. Combat Iraq, there comes the beads. He's trying to survive. The cripple field does help him out a little bit. Good wall from Blade. I don't know why we dropped it though. That was a little unnecessary, but it's okay. Don's ult to wrap around. Very good. Don's ult pops the mantle on the RDO. Blade will fall. Combat Iraq is next behind. Looks like they're making the call to just end. Hey, forget the RDO, guys. Let's go kill this Titan like we should have. And that is what they will do. 36 minutes, down 10k, never give up, and this Order team is an example of why you don't. Very well done. Aura Trickster, Moon, Bladed Path, Void Pain, and Bias for the win. Beautifully done by everyone on this Order team to close out that victory. I mean, taking a look at this game, right, it's like, who do you even give MVP to? I mean, Void Pain played beautifully. He was their engage. He was their shot calling. He was the initiation for a lot of these game-changing plays late game. But Bias with the follow-up, Blighted Path going from 2 levels down to 11 and 3 at the end of the game. Just overall, that Order team played that game flawlessly. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. It was so much fun to cast, even more fun to watch back and edit. Big thank you to everybody that participated in the game, and, you know, everybody that's keeping these in-houses alive, everyone that's in there every night playing. You know, the competitive edge is really what I live for. But, like, I just wanted to mention one more time, anyone can join. We're playing in-houses. We're going to try and play every single night. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But nonetheless, we have events on the weekends. We hand out skin codes. There's so much going on. There's a lot of reason to play. Even if you don't get top 3, even if you don't win the cash, it's still a lot of fun. You meet people. Hey, you might find your next your next animosity team. You might find your next prime team in here. Who knows? But the better the players come in, the more competitive it's going to be. And I think the more fun it's going to be to not only watch these games, but also play in them. But nonetheless, again, I appreciate everything. Appreciate you guys watching the video, especially if you made it this far. And yeah, I have another game that I'm currently working on right now, and it should be out very, very soon. I think it's a shorter game as well. But nonetheless, I'm just gonna try and just keep pumping out these videos, not harp too much on the editing, things like that. You will notice things like the editing and the audio will get a lot better as we go on, but in the meantime, just want to get out this game so that way even the players can watch it and even the people in the houses, just so you guys get a little taste. But nonetheless, I'm gonna quit yapping. See ya.